Hi, my name's Maria from www.ieltsonlinepreparation.com, and in this video I'll be talking about IELTS Writing Task 2, specifically the criteria of grammatical range and accuracy. So what is grammatical range and accuracy? Well, this criterion refers to the range and accurate use of the candidate's grammatical resource as manifested in the candidate's writing at sentence level. So there's a few key terms here that need a little bit more explanation. The first is range. So what does range refer to? Well, it's really the number of grammatical structures you're able to use. So take, for example, articles, a, the, an, or tenses. Are you able to use the present simple, the present continuous, I am studying, the present perfect continuous, I have been studying, or any number of the other tenses? Are you able to use relative clauses? For example, the country which has the highest economic growth is China. Are you able to include conditional sentences? For example, if tertiary education were free, economic growth would follow. You should recognize this as a second conditional, or the one below, if it continues to rain, there will be floods, as a first conditional. All of these different types of grammar, and many other types of grammar besides, are demonstrating your ability to use a wide range of grammatical structures. And if we go back to our description, the second key idea is accurate use. When we take a look at the descriptors, we'll realize that accurate use really refers to error-free sentences. But as a basic rule, if you're using simple grammatical structures, then your examiners are going to expect a higher degree of accuracy. The final key idea in the description is that all these two aspects, range and accuracy, are operating at the sentence level. So your examiners are looking at individual sentences and deciding if they display an adequate range and accurate use of the grammatical structures that you choose. So let's take a look at the IELTS writing descriptors. You can see here IELTS Task 2 Writing Band descriptors. I'm looking at the public version, and I've just downloaded these from the internet, which you can do by typing in those keywords into your browser. So looking at the band score 6 descriptor, you can see that there are two elements. Firstly, uses a mix of simple and complex sentence forms, and secondly, makes some errors in grammar and punctuation, but they really reduce communication. Now, before we go on further, I'd like to address a misconception about exactly what simple and complex sentence forms may look like. Probably for most of you, you're thinking a simple sentence is a sentence which looks like this. IELTS is an international test, meaning it has one subject and one verb. Whereas a compound sentence is a sentence that looks like this, meaning it has one subject, IELTS, one verb, is, and then it has one coordinate conjunction, but, linking another subject and another verb. Now, in the compound sentence, you may know that a coordinate conjunction, in this case but, is a conjunction that joins two equal ideas. So this first idea is equal to the second idea. If we contrast this compound sentence with a complex sentence below, we have one subject, people, one verb phrase, are studying. The difference is we have here a subordinate conjunction joining the subordinate clause. Test candidates come from Asian countries. So what I have done by using a subordinate conjunction is that I have made one idea more important than the other idea in the sentence. Hopefully you can see that this idea here is the main idea. And this idea of subordination is very important in English sentence structure. Now, you should be able to see that simple sentences are a lot shorter than complex sentences, and therefore simple sentences are more simple grammar, where complex sentences, there is more opportunities for you to make mistakes when you write them. So going back to our Band Score 6 descriptor, uses a mix of simple and complex sentence forms. This doesn't mean that you're continuously using complex sentence forms or very long sentences. Really what this is referring to is your ability as the student to logically link ideas together with grammatical accuracy. And really it's not necessary to do this with really long sentences. In fact, writing concisely is better because it's more specific and you're able to say what you want to say in the least number of words, which is something that is stylistically valued in English writing. Now, this might be different from your own culture. For example, if you're from an Arabic culture, you will value more poetic writing and longer sentences that have many coordinate conjunctions such as but and. Or if you're a South American, you'll also have many complex sentences with many relative clauses and conditional clauses. However, it's different in English writing. We value a stylistic effect that places emphasis on conciseness and specificity. So it's actually better to break down longer sentences with more than one idea into shorter sentences. And the benefit of doing this is that you'll reduce the chance of making grammatical mistakes, which, as we saw, is the second element of this Band Score 6 descriptor. When it reads, make some errors in grammar and punctuation, but they really reduce communication, this is again referring to the ability of you to link your ideas together with grammatical accuracy. Now for Band Score 6, your examiners will expect you not to actually have that many error-free sentences, whereas if we compare Band Score 6 to Band Score 7, we can see produces frequent error-free sentences. This may be, as many as 50% of your sentences are error-free. And this demonstrates that you have a good control of grammar and punctuation and may make only a few errors. In Band Score 7, again, the criteria for complex structures is there, uses a variety of complex structures, and this is where you can bring in your ability to use relative clauses, to use a variety of tenses, to use articles correctly, to use noun clauses. All of those things will count in uses a variety of complex structures. If we contrast Band Score 7 with Band Score 8, again, we've got this idea of a wide range of structures this time, and the majority of sentences are error-free. This is a very big difference between Band Score 7 and Band Score 8, and makes only very occasional errors or inappropriacies. So not only do you have the majority of your sentences are error-free, within the sentences that do have errors, they're only occasional and they're minor errors. So to review, grammatical range and accuracy is not just about getting things accurate, it's also about using a variety of grammatical structures. Here are just a few of those grammatical structures. But it's how you use those grammatical structures in linking your ideas together accurately and logically and concisely that will determine whether you are a Band Score 6, 7 or 8. Don't forget, the accurate use is referring to the number of error-free sentences. So if you're unsure about a grammatical structure and how to use it properly, then use something that you do know how to use. And make sure that basic things such as article usage and plurals and tenses and your sentence structure are well within your grasp and that you can use these really accurately. So that's all I have to say about grammatical range and accuracy. I hope that this was helpful. If you would like to join up to our free newsletter, that would be great. Go to www.ieltsonlinepreparation.com. Thanks for listening.